Welcome to a week in the life of an online coach. I feel like a lot of people are online coaches and you just kind of see them not really doing a lot, and you may wonder what they do day to day and how being online actually helps someone in person versus having a PT. So I thought I would take you along this week just to show you how I do things. Monday tends to be my organizational day. I'll make sure I've got a content plan for the week. I'll make sure that all my clients know what they're doing for the week, and just any kind of like admin bits and bobs really. It just sets me up for a really great week. Like if Monday goes upside down, something happens and I don't get to do these things, the week does not go well. So it may seem like there's not a lot to do today, but honestly, sets me up the best way. This morning I have already been to the gym. I've had PT with one of my clients. I actually don't do that much PT anymore. I just have a couple of clients that I still have as kind of hybrid online and in person. Everybody else is online. So I had my session with her this morning and then did my own session, and I've also already got up early and messaged all my clients so they know exactly what they're doing this week and exactly what they're focusing on. And I'm putting on some makeup because I'm actually filming a few things for a friend today in a studio which is kind of fancy, and I don't want to look as tired as I feel. So a little bit of makeup will help that. I'm hoping I fixed the audio levels on this camera. I don't know whether it's the settings or whether it's me talking quietly, because it's embarrassing to talk to a camera, let's be honest. Even in my own home, why am I embarrassed? Why am I embarrassed to talk loudly when Nathan's upstairs? Even though he literally edits these videos for me, so he's gonna see the clips anyway. I don't understand. Make it make sense. Hopefully from now on, these videos will be a lot better quality audio. So I plan out all my content on my iPad because I love pen and paper, but I like to have it on my phone as well. It's really helpful if I'm in the gym and it's really quiet and I can film really quickly, then I know exactly what I need to do. So by having it on my iPad, obviously it goes to all my devices. So I have my content plan for the month ready to go. I try and post 4 times a week on my Instagram, and then I'm obviously trying to do weekly on YouTube, TikTok, just when I can, if I remember to. It's not really a priority for me. Obviously Instagram's where I get my clients from, so I need to make sure that I'm offering enough value and showing up on there consistently. So Instagram and YouTube are my priorities at the moment. So this is my content plan for the month. I also do have a content plan for YouTube somewhere. We get some ideas ready to go, and essentially I like to color code them. So I make sure that I have some that are going to be like call to actions, opportunities for me to kind of sell my coaching to you guys and be like, hey, look, there's spaces, come and join me. There's going to be 2 posts at least a week that are going to be informative when I'm actually teaching you something. There's going to be at least 1, but sometimes more on slower weeks, posts which are going to be more specific to the algorithm, and they're just silly. I say more specific to the algorithm. Their only purpose is being silly and hopefully having a bigger reach, because the more eyes that can be on my page are the more people that can be potential clients. I want to make sure there's at least 1 post a week about me, my journey, my training, photo dumps of the month, whatever that might be, because at the end of the day, people are going to buy into you as a person. They don't care. Like, there are so many online coaches. The only thing that separates you is going to be you and your personality. So I like to make sure there's at least something about me on there. But they're my little color coded things, and that's 4 weeks of content. I just need to film them, edit them, write captions for them all, schedule them all. But half of the fight is having ideas. So I've got loads of ideas. I even have more ideas here. Now I'm gonna go and edit the clips that I filmed today, schedule my stuff for the rest of this week, because actually I've like got the next 4 weeks planned out. This week, however, not really nailed that down. Tell me why. So yeah, probably enjoy a time lapse of me doing loads of editing for the rest of the day, because that's all the rest of the day is going to be. Hello, happy Tuesday. I'm back from the gym and ready to start work. Today is my app development day, and that's when I'm going to do anything to kind of elevate my service a little bit more. So today is going to be focused around webinars. So Wednesdays there's a new webinar where we take a deep dive into a different topic. It might be like something specific that the girls have requested, or it might be just me giving them a bit of a kick up the arse, a little bit of motivation. I'm going to get ahead of myself on some of those because I want to make sure that those are still going out when we're away. I have a couple more bits to do for my onboarding. So when someone joins the team, I want to make sure there's a whole kind of FAQ section full of me going through everything, me showing them through the app, any bits and bobs that kind of often crop up. I just want them all to be there. I want it to be a one-stop shop so everyone knows exactly what they're doing when they first start their journey with me. So I've got a couple more videos that's nearly finished. I've got a couple more videos to do for that. Maybe continuing on some content planning for the rest of the month. I've got the plan, I just need to keep scheduling some posts and write some captions and stuff, so we can do some more of that today. But yeah, I'll take you along for the ride. First things first, of course, we're going to get back to any client messages that have been sent overnight and any kind of stuff on the app. I'll go through any early birds who have done their sessions already this morning, see how they've been going, and just check up on everyone basically. I'm trying to not show my screen so much, but what I really enjoy about this massive screen here is that I can have my app up on one side and then I can have all my clients up on the other, and I can just really quickly switch between and get back to people. And then obviously this is just a secondary screen if needed, but it just makes my life so much easier. So I've just spent the morning sorting out my webinar for this week. I'm not gonna lie, I was meant to plan a few. I mean, it's only midday, I've got time. But I've done the webinar this week on different styles of training. So I'm gonna talk through, I'll show you a little bit. This is the front cover. We're gonna talk about all these different styles of training, how they're beneficial, how we can incorporate them into our lives. So I'm now just going to record the screen and record me and talk through it, and then that will be scheduled to go up on my app. So on Wednesday morning, all the girls will have a little message pop up and they will get to watch this. And I think a lot of people watch it on their way to work as a little podcast kind of thing. It's a good way for them all to learn. I just found myself getting low-key annoyed, so I thought I would just film, because I can get really frustrated at myself when I'm not productive enough. But what does that even mean? Productive enough in comparison to who, in comparison to what? Literally just my own expectations. I have got this whole massive list of things that I wanted to get done today, and it's 3:30, so I have some time still, but realistically I can look at this list now and know that it's probably not all gonna get done, and I can get really annoyed at myself. But then I look at these things and think, well, I would probably set myself to do half of these things in a day usually. And then I also think if I was working a regular 9-to-5 job, would I have completed this many tasks? Would I be expected to have completed this many tasks? Would somebody else put that much pressure on me? Probably not. It's not gonna help. I still will be annoyed. I still will work for as long as I can to get as much as I can done. I thought I'd voice that opinion, but today I have managed so far to film and edit a Instagram video that needs to go up. I've taken some pictures of Rex that you saw for an Instagram post. I have not been able to schedule them because the app has just not let me. It keeps saying it couldn't be posted. I'll try again when the network's more stable or whatever. I don't know what you want from me. I'm annoyed about that because it feels like that task is then not done because I have to think about that another day now. Great. And I can't delete my Instagram and reinstall it to solve the problem, because what if all my drafts and all my scheduled posts that I've just worked so hard on disappear? And last time I deleted Instagram, the ability to schedule disappeared, so we won't even go there. And I filmed and uploaded a webinar again, which you saw. I'm now about to finish actually another webinar for next week. It's going to be kind of delving a little bit more into this week's webinar. So this week's webinar is on training styles, And then next week's webinar is going to be on why we should train, and it's just expanding a little bit more on some of the points. I think it's so easy for people to get annoyed with themselves and think like, oh, I haven't made enough progress, I haven't lost the kgs I wanted to lose, I haven't seen my booty pop. But actually, all the health benefits that you're getting from weight training are insane. And just because you probably won't know about them till you're 70 doesn't mean they're not happening, and doesn't mean they're not way more important than a juicy kabooty. I'm still going to get annoyed that I don't have a juicy kabooty, but I'm also not going to be annoyed when I can run up the stairs when I'm 70 years old. So it is what it is. So you know how dogs get really excited for food way in advance of their food? Well, it's 4 o'clock and Rex is now acting like I'm supposed to be feeding him, and I'm gonna forget if I don't feed him right now. But I'm trying to teach him time. I don't know if you've seen Bunny on TikTok, that dog that does all the buttons and knows like sentences and stuff. Well, in my mind, if I speak to Rex in like plain enough English, he will understand the passage of time. So when he gets really excited for food, I just tell him how long he's got. Not yet. Not yet, Rexy. It's 4 o'clock. You have 1 hour. Okay? 1 hour. I don't think he's comprehending it, but you never know. One day he might be like, oh, okay, cool, and then just go lie down and then come back to me in an hour's time. But you don't know unless you try, right? Hello, happy Wednesday. Today is my education day. It's the day that I set aside to learn a bit more, because honestly, the qualifications that you need to be a PT, they're not cutting it. So we got to do something additionally to that. At the moment, I'm doing my level 4 nutrition. I'm not going to lie, it's been taking me a while, because if weeks get busy or something happens, Wednesday is always the day that gets shoved to the wayside. My educational bits always are the things that are left at the bottom of the pile, but not today. So I'm going to blast through as much of that as I can today, as well as using the rest of the time to kind of catch up on any bits that I still wanted to do from yesterday, because as we know, I did not finish that to-do list. And then I think I'm going to try and spread all the extra bits and bobs that I want to get done before we go away over the next week, like literally pre-box it off in my head to next week, because Thursday and Friday are pretty busy days for me. I literally get busier as the week goes on. But first things first, I'm going to go walk the dog, because I think it's only 8:30. So I'm going to take the dog for a little walk and be back at my desk for 9. First order of business this morning before I get into my nutrition qualification is going to be to go through all my clients, see what they're getting up to, make sure everything's been tracked that needs to be tracked, make sure that those people who said they were going to do workouts earlier on in the week have done their workouts, see how they're getting on with them, see if there's any more kind of pushes that they need this week. Obviously, I'm always in conversation with my clients anyway, but there is always going to be some people who are less kind of communicative with me and like to kind of sit on the wayside a little bit. So I like to make sure that I'm actively messaging those people frequently throughout the week. So I will block out times to do that, because I think the main pull of coaching is accountability. Like, if you didn't want someone to be constantly holding you accountable, you would just get a plan offline and you would just do it in your own time. But actually, you choose a coach because you need that extra push. So best believe I'm going to block out time to give you that extra push. I'm tired this week and it's 10 o'clock and I don't want to do anything. I've done an hour of client messages and that's me done for the day. I mean, it's not, but mentally it is. I think I'm nearing burnout probably, but I don't have time for that right now. We gotta find a way to fix that. I'm gonna message the people I'm doing my level 4 through and see how long I've got left, because I got it as a bundle, like all together, and I think you have a certain amount of time on it, and obviously I've been trying to chip away at it, but it's been long. So I'm gonna message them and see how long I've got left be realistic about when I can finish that, because today might be one of those days where I just push it to the wayside in favour of not losing my mind, to be honest, and then maybe try and do some like creative stuff which doesn't tax my brain quite as much. I can't go into tomorrow and Friday feeling like this, so it's something that I gotta do. Okay, and I'm also low-key worried that this video is going to be so boring because it's just going to be clips of me talking to the camera, because it's not as if I can show you exactly what I'm doing for everything, because it's all like client information. That doesn't work. Okay, how we are going to turn this day around, make myself feel less overwhelmed and give myself opportunity to do other things than stare at this screen, is the Bible. Grace Beverley's productivity method journal thing. Essentially, I would prefer a dated one, which I do think she came out with, but I didn't buy it, so that's on me. Whilst I think that doing any of my qualification today would just send me, like, nothing's gonna get done, I've told myself that if I get a load of stuff done in the next couple of hours, then I can take the afternoon off. I do have pole and run club later, so I'm gonna just smash through some things. And actually, since I told myself that, I've just recorded 4 different videos for my new like onboarding system that I'm gonna have, so I'm gonna upload those now, and then that's like such a huge chunk of my to-do list done today anyway. I think we can survive with that. And then later on today, when I get back from pole, I'll probably walk the dog and then compile some of the YouTube stuff. So basically Nathan's editing all these YouTube videos, but I've been kind of trying to condense it because I don't want too much work for him to do, and I also want to kind of push him in the direction of like, please pick this video, not that video. So I'm condensing the days of this week and putting them on the hard drive to make it a bit easier for him. Look at Rexy in the corner, he's so cute. So let's upload these videos and have a chilled afternoon. Recoup a little bit. I don't know if you can see me. I've tried to make it as dark as possible so you can see us. But one of the things that I've realised being self-employed and working from home is that I need a whole host of things to help me to thrive. What that means is doing different stuff and not just being sat at my desk all day, which I'm definitely guilty of, but that does not make me feel good. So before run club, I'm just gonna do some gardening. I'm currently just chopping back all of this heather that we have in the garden to a tiny little bush. It's practically finished and the internet told me I needed to do that, and it's getting very, very long and it needs cutting back, so I'm doing what the internet told me. Happy Thursday. Today is the day that I get all my client programs done. If anyone has a phase review coming up, I will program that today. If anyone is starting with me, today's the day that I'll do all the onboarding stuff. And I think today we have 4, maybe 5 new programs to do. And when I say new programs, they're not like brand new. They're just going to be progressing on from what we were already doing in the previous phase. But I take into account kind of my clients' likes and dislikes and things that they've been vibing with, things that they do not want to see again. And we can kind of collaborate on what the next phase is going to look like. So that is my job for today. It's actually also 8 AM right now, so we're starting off a little bit early this morning because I'm going to the gym a little bit later than I usually would, and I'm training with someone, which usually takes a little bit longer, so I do just want to get a bit of a head start. I'm going to map out everyone's phases basically. I'm not going to do any programming right now. I like to get my iPad, scribble down what direction I want this phase to go in, so I'm going to get a head start with everything right now. I've just been to the gym, cycled home, and now I'm eating some lunch in the garden before we actually get on to doing some work. I really haven't done much work this morning, but I don't feel overwhelmed. I feel great, and I know that I have time to get everything done, so it's all good. It's 12 o'clock and I might actually do some work now. I'm showered, I got a hair mask in, and I'm ready to just bosh through everything that I need to get done. Not thrilled about the fact that I've left it to the afternoon, but you know what? I am thrilled that I've managed to get a bike ride in and I've managed to get the gym in, and I feel real good. So I am thrilled about that. 2 programs down, 2 more to go. Now, the longer someone is with me, the more time consuming it is for me to do the new phase, because I really just don't want it to be boring. Like, we need a mix between what's the most optimal thing for them and their goals, how are we going to progress these things so that it makes sense, but also how are we going to mix things up ever so slightly, just enough that you don't feel like you're doing exactly the same program and you're not getting bored. And obviously the longer someone's been with me, the harder it is to kind of like mix it up just enough. And then I'm so worried that I'm going to accidentally give them like a program that I've given them before. I don't have any like set programs that I just give out to people, because that for me does not feel very bespoke. So of course I'm creating everything from scratch now. But of course, because I do so many people's programs, I get into the habit of like, I'll have like themes sometimes where I'm like, wow, everyone's gonna have a superset finisher, or I'm like, okay, everyone's having pendulum squats. I don't know, I'll get into like phases. It's hard to, when someone's been with you for a long time, to not think, oh my god, this plan's so good. Like, she wanted barbell stuff, she wanted this, she wanted that, she wanted this mixing up, she wanted to have a 3-day split, and then you're like, this is an amazing program, who'd have thunk it? And me, I'd have thunk it because I've already given it to them. Do you know what I mean? I can't say that's actually ever happened, I don't think, but it's a fear that I have, so therefore I spend way more time on that person's program because I'm trying to make sure it's perfect. So I'm doing Ellen's program right now. Hi, I'm waving because you better be watching this. I would hope you're watching this. So I'm gonna go ahead and have a look through the program currently. She said in her phase review she wants a little bit of a mix up, because we have had this program for quite a while now, and also even when we did make edits to this program, we kept things pretty much the same, and we just like put back off sets in and rest pause sets and kind of just some different advanced training methods into the exercise that she already had, because her form and her tempo and everything and the weights were going so well, so there was like no sense in changing anything too much. But now she wants a bit of a mix up. I am ready for that mix up too. I'm excited, so let's get programming. 3 programs in the bag. I have kind of programmed this pretty similar to my own training right now. She did say she wanted to mix up, and she said she wanted some more barbell moves in there, so that is what I've provided. She's going to show me with these weights big time, but you know what? I think she's going to like it. Now, the last person that I have to program for has not given me her phase review form, and she's on holiday, so I'm not going to book her for it now. I'm just going to surprise her with a phase and hope that I surprise her with the right things. Also, how much can you tell that I'm filming this week in the life of a coach alongside the What I Eat in a Day that posted last week? How much can you tell that these clips stay all the same? It is what it is. Look, I'm just trying to get ahead of myself, and if that means simultaneously filming 2 videos in one day, so be it. All 4 programs are done, and I'm gonna have a little break from my screen. I'm gonna get back to clients and do some prep for tomorrow as my last kind of job for the day. What do you think, Rex? I love you. Good morning, happy Friday. It is check-in day today. It's the end of the working week and it's my busiest day of the week. So it's 7:30, and I like to get started really early because I know that I'm a morning person and I need to work with myself and not against myself, because if it starts getting to like 4 p.m. and I'm still doing check-ins, People are not going to get a good check-in because my brain is not going to work. I'm going to spend 5 minutes now just time blocking out my day. I'm trying to make myself have more breaks with check-ins because I tend to try and just go hell for leather until about lunchtime and then take a break, and then I'm just frazzled for the rest of them, and then I'm frazzled for the rest of the day. So I'm gonna try and take a more kind of purposeful break in between and go for a walk and actually get out of the house just to find some mental balance, hopefully. Again, I can't really show you my setup or anything because that's going to show you everyone's data, but essentially I have my laptop and then I have my big ass screen. It's actually probably too big. I think it's 27 inches, which is practically a TV, so perhaps that was a bit silly. And I do think I sit a bit too close to it, but anyway, that's besides the point. I've got my laptop to the side and that's got my WhatsApp open, and it's also got my Trello board open. So on my Trello board I keep kind of notes of all my clients, and then on my kind of big screen I've got my check-in forms, which are all done in app, and then I have another tab of my app with my clients kind of training program and everything, so I can screen record and run through everything as we go. First 2 hour block of check-ins is done, and I'm now taking myself out for a walk. Usually I would just try and bosh through as many check-ins as possible and then be absolutely brain dead about lunchtime, but I'm forcing myself out of the house, change of scenery, getting some steps in, walking the walk and not just talking the talk, and then we'll go back for our next block. I actually think that today might be quite a short check-in day because a lot of people are on holiday, so I don't think I have as many check-ins as usual, which, what a treat. Back from our walk, coffee in hand, ready for second set of check-ins. I've just been sat downstairs minding my own business and relaxing and realised I hadn't finished off the video. I hadn't finished off Friday, so I did do a whole host more check-ins. We have been for a food shop and boxed that off. We just like to make sure that everything, like Friday is a mental day, but we just go to get to the end of it so that we can have a nice chilled evening. And then I like to have Saturday as my day off. Obviously I still get back to clients and stuff throughout that day, but I do no dedicated laptop work. Like the door to the office is shut. Sunday I will make sure that I sit down and set out some goals for the week ahead, make sure that my Monday is time blocked out, make sure I know exactly what I'm doing. But other than that, that is my week. That is what it looks like. Is it as glamorous as you thought it was? I didn't think so. I couldn't show you a lot of stuff on my computer, obviously, and I couldn't take you anywhere with me because there was nowhere to go because my work is at my laptop. Like, being an online coach is great. Do not get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but it's not the job that everyone thinks it is. I'm sure of that because I sit my booty down on that chair and I 24/7, that's it. And if I'm not doing that, I'm doing this 24/7. That's it. That's the job. And I definitely think I need to take advantage of working from my laptop a little bit more. I need to take advantage of being able to kind of manage my own time and be flexible with my hours and things. I definitely need to take advantage of that because I do not right now. So work-life balance is a goal that we are attempting to achieve. So potentially check back in a few months and there's going to be this whole transformed week in the life of a coach, and it's going to be like the exciting jet set life of a coach, doing this, that and the other and running a business. Maybe, we can only hope. But let's be honest, like, I'm self-employed, this is a business, this is the first like 2 years of my business. I should be sat down and working hard. Like, I shouldn't be jet setting around. I don't know. But yeah, check back in a few months and maybe I'll have achieved that.